If you've been following my channel over the last couple of years, you've probably noticed a pretty significant difference in my personal style. So today I kind of wanted to go over my personal style journey and some of the things that I did that I felt really helped me. Welcome to my channel. My name is James and we're gonna go over my personal style journey, I guess. I hate using that word. I'm gonna sit down because your boy is tired. I wanna first off by saying, I'm not here to tell people how to dress. I find that to be one of the most frustrating things about the internet is like telling people why their style is bad or this or that. And honestly, that's just never the person that I want to be. But if I can take the things that I've learned and kind of pass them on to you and you can kind of understand your personal style from like my mistakes, then I'm completely okay with that. I'm going to be looking down on this because I've kind of made some notes, but let's get into the first one. Finding your aesthetic is something that is just stupid. The reason why I say that is finding your aesthetic is something that like searching for it just isn't going to necessarily happen. I feel like your aesthetic is something that you get over time. You don't necessarily like find an aesthetic, you kind of fall into an aesthetic. When you look at somebody that's like an older gentleman and how they're dressed, like that person has an aesthetic because they've lived life, they've got an idea, and they've just like built a wardrobe around that, which I think is the more important thing. Don't go out and try to buy stuff to find an aesthetic because, dude, you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, like you have a lot of life to live, and finding that aesthetic or doing that thing, it just isn't going to happen, at least in my opinion. So I've kind of thrown the whole idea of like looking for a personal aesthetic just completely out the window because I know that it'll just kind of stumble onto itself and it'll work its way out that way. Staying within a color palette. There have been so many times in my life where I've bought something, I like loved the piece and I loved everything about it and it was just so awesome, but the color just didn't work out. A good example is a Bodie jacket that I bought. It was blue and it had like these really pretty daisy buttons. And honestly, it was like a really well-made jacket. It was super pretty, but I just was never wearing it because it was blue. And I realized that like over time, there are just certain colors that I tend to wear more often than others. I try to stay within like a black, a brown, kind of a greenish color, and then the occasional blue like with denim or if I'm wearing a suit or something along those lines. But I found that that was the most successful for me because I would buy those pieces and I would be able to wear them with multiple different things. There's been so many times where I'll buy like blue pants or blue shirts or do this or do that, that just weren't working out for me. I will go into kind of reddish brown, like a burgundy brown, because I do think that works relatively well. But staying within a color palette has really kind of helped me because I now have pieces that I can buy and I know that they're gonna go with many different things. I don't have this spectrum. And again, these are things that I have learned from my personal self. So if you're a person who likes to wear a lot of colors and do all those things, then go for it, dude. It's all about having fun and this is closed. It's okay to like things, but not necessarily need them. A good example for me is like pretty much anything Rick Owens. There's like 2 or 3 pieces of Rick Owens that I really want, but like I don't need to be wearing Rick Owens Kiss boots. Like I can appreciate them. I'd love to see them. I'd love to touch them. I'd love to like see how they look, but I don't need to own them. And there have been many times where I'm buying things because I'm like, this is just so cool. And then I like go and grab it and I have it at the house and I'm like, I have nothing to wear this with, or I don't even know how to wear this. So that's been a big thing for me is like, I can go on the website and be like, that is a cool something, but know that I don't need to wear it or I don't need to have it. Like I can like it and I can like it for the website. I can like it for what it is and I can appreciate the quality behind it, but I don't need to have it in my wardrobe. It's okay to mix styles. And that was always a thing that I got really caught up in because I like streetwear. And I like tech wear, and I like high fashion, and I like heritage. And I always felt like I either needed to be in high fashion or I needed to be in heritage. And it's okay to like mix the two together, and especially with what's going on now, like most high fashion stuff is like workwear adjacent. So it's okay to like have La Mer pants, not that I own La Mer pants, and a Carhartt jacket, or be okay with like Levi 501s and a really nice like designer jacket. That's a big thing for me is like, I always got caught up in like, I can't wear this with that because they're not the same and they're two different styles. And being okay with mixing it up, I think is like amazing because it allows you to have a different perspective and being okay. And I like the fact that like I'll wear heritage denim with a Captain Sunshine button up, or I'll wear like designer pants with a, you know, a field vest. Like, I mean, my outfit right now is a little bit kind of wonky. It is Studio Nicholson. These are my puck pants that I've had for about a year now. I really love them. This is the 316 kind of like utility vest, and then underneath it I'm wearing a Captain Sunshine long sleeve. Like, it's okay to like mix the three together, and yeah, those ones aren't like crazy different from each other, but it's okay to like go and just do a little bit of a different vibe and not having to fall into a lane. The best people in the world and the most stylish people in the world are the ones that are like able to like take from different inspirations and take from different genres and kind of make it their own. And plus, I never loved the fact that if like you're all on heritage, you feel like you're in like a period piece. This kind of allows you to have a little bit of fun. And now that I've gotten over that like aspect of I need to be this or I need to be that or I have to do this or it has to be whatever, it's been enlightening, and honestly, I've enjoyed it so much. Trends. I like them. I think they're important, and I don't need to be a part of all of them, but I think they're important to kind of take from. Good example is I'm not a jean short guy. I'm not a big short guy in general, but I just grew up at a time where I grew up wearing jean shorts, and I just look at that and I'm like, it's not my style. I never owned a pair of Sambas or Gazelles. Those are just things that like, I'm like, I don't need to be a part of that. I like it for what it is. Again, you can like something and not need it, but those aren't things that I needed to be a part of that trend. However, I do like the idea of like wide leg pants. So I did hop on that kind of wide jeans, wide pant trend. And that is something that I've been liking. Somebody made this comment to me a while ago, and I thought it was really cool. And basically what he said, and I'm gonna be screwing it up, trends are like rotary sushi. When you go to rotary sushi, you don't need to eat everything that comes by. You can pick the things that you like and you can leave the things that you don't want. And that's how you should look at trends. Look at trends as like the things that you like, you should take, and the things that you don't like, you should just leave. And that to me has been really, really cool and super insightful. So trend wise, it's okay to have some, but you don't need to take everyone. You don't need to follow every single one. So I got two more, and these are gonna be relatively quick. One, because Lola is up and causing havoc, and two, I think this video has gone on long enough. So first one is going to be, it's okay to look a little weird sometimes. Like, I think the best way to learn how to dress is by making mistakes. Go outside and try something and look in the mirror and be like, I freaking hate that. And then evolve from it. It's the only way that I have learned. And I have really appreciated that because you know, you know what works for you, and you can always be critiquing and enjoying. So that is something that I think has been really important, is like being okay with looking a little weird or being uncomfortable with how you look for a little while until it starts to work out. Try as many things as you can. Like, see what works, have fun. I did all the thing. I did the heritage thing. I did the menswear thing. I did the streetwear thing. I've done all the things I've done. And I've kind of leaned into this like kind of a little bit of everything, kind of ambiguous all of one thing, which maybe isn't the right way to go, but it's something that has been really nice for me and I've really been happy with it. But those are the things that I have been doing that I think have really helped me with my personal style. I hope they were helpful. I hope that you could take a little bit out of that. If you can't, then I'm sorry. But let me know what you've done that has kind of like really elevated your personal style, or something that you feel like has been really putting you in the right direction to where you like to go. And understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint, and it's always going to be evolving. It's always going to be changing. So just be okay with it not being perfect. And but I appreciate y'all coming. We'll chat soon. Goodbye.